What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're finally painting. As you can tell, I finally got my lines all messed up, well, partially messed up. I'm gonna paint my gray first, which is why, here, let me turn it around, which is why I have this line right here. I'm going ahead and go and paint the gray first. I wasn't even gonna put the line down, I was just gonna paint it just because this is getting painted as well. So it's okay if she put a layer and layer of a different color of paint. But when I sanded it down, I kind of sanded down my line, so I'm kind of scared if I paint over, I'm gonna lose basically my hard line that's there already. So I figured I'd just lay down the line right now. Probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put my tailgate on and finish up my line. So that way I have my line for the gray. I'm also gonna make my line down there. I am going to put a piece of paper right here, so that way it covers that black so we don't get no gray on that, as well as the other side. So like I said, we have the same amount of paint. I think this side needs a little bit more gray than the other side, but we are basically there, you guys. So this one I'm not going to lay my line down just yet. I'm actually going to paint the whole thing gray as well as basically that one, and then we should get it going. So a lot of people might do it different. Some people might paint the black first and then do the gray, but I think the gray is a lot easier, just for the fact that once I get done painting that gray, I can basically cover that whole gray section, and instead of putting paper on both sides, I only have to put paper in that middle section right there. So to me, it's a lot easier. To other people, they'll probably do it the other way. But like I said, it's just different attitudes, different painters. We always have different perspective of how to do it. So I'll probably put you in fast forward, lay down my paper, and then we'll get it going. So it's basically gonna be paint work. I'll try to go through the process with you of basically how to blend, how to mask up your lines again. So it's going to be a long process. We're probably going to be here for at least half the day, so bear with me, guys. Like I said, I think it's going to be a long video, but it's worth the wait because then you'll see the final product of it. So let me go ahead and put you in fast forward and we'll get it going. All right, you guys, got my plastic up, but I kind of run into a little snag. Let me tell you what I got going. So right here is my line. So that line, this is what I paint for gray. Well, when I try to match it up to this one, it is literally a ½ inch low. So I know this thing has been painted before. What I'm thinking is that whoever masked it up just didn't care about lining up the lines. So we are literally in a snag right now. So I don't think I am even gonna use this tailgate. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just lean this tailgate up, do my line, and paint it all basically at once instead of having this lay on the scissor stand. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, but that's my snag right now. So I'll put you back in fast forward. You'll see me have troubles probably taking this off and trying to put that one back on, but entertainment for you guys. So I'll lay you down right here and then put you back in fast forward. Guys, you saw me struggle pulling the tailgate. It's kind of hard when it's just you that has to do basically put on the tailgate. But got it on, got all my lines down. As you can tell, I had to lay down basically three times of man, I can't talk today. I had to lay my tape down 3 times for the fact that my tape would always be uneven. So I went ahead, I did this side first, put a straight line that way. I did this line next, put a straight line that way, and then I did a middle line basically to straighten out all my lines. So that's basically, I think that's as straight as it's gonna get. Like I said, it kind of looks kind of tricky because there's like 3 layers of tape, but it's actually pretty straight. But other than that, I think we're ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 18-inch on the top all the way around. That way, when we go to paint, we're not going to cause a hard line on top, and then we have to sand that down. So we're going to go ahead and lay a paper on top. I'll probably lay my lines down. Now, the way this line goes right here, it's actually lining, and I could actually put a black thing. I'll basically paint black from about, an inch down. I think I might do that just for the fact if I were to paint this all gray and then the line goes right here, it's not going to look as good as I think it will. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Give it a nice cleaner look. But yeah, I'll put you fast forward again. We'll probably lay this line down next, and then we'll go from there. All right, you guys, like I said, this is a long process. I still got to lay down paper right there and on the other side as well. But I'm not going to take that off. I still got to mask that one as well. But I don't think I just need to mask the back side just because we're just going to do clear. As well as this one. This one's just going to be cleared. So I just left it on. I did put paper back there. I put back mask right there on the edges. And I just papered the back side of it, and it basically covers everything. So there is a tape that you can buy. It's like a foam tape that you could do that as well. I don't have any, and it is pretty expensive, so that is like the cheapest way to do it. Went ahead, did my line. So the top is all masked up, the bottom is all masked up. I used 18-inch. This will flap around a little bit, but it's not going to be too bad. I don't want to tape it on this plastic because if I tape it on the plastic, then it's just going to rip it all off. That means I'm going to have to go through the whole process again, masking it up. And I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead, and put my piece of paper down. And then we are going to clean it one more time, do wax and grease. After that, we're going to go ahead and mix up our gray, paint it all down. After that, let it dry, put up our paper over that paint, and then we're gonna have to go through a whole process of masking it up again. And then after we get all the black all basically painted, then it's ready for clear. I think it's better this way just for the fact that I could do basically one complete shot instead of doing 2 different sections, do the tailgate over there. I think it's just gonna be an easier process. That way I can just basically blend out my gray right there. So this is basically all the spots that are going to get hit with gray. They won't get hit over here. For the fact that we're not painting on this is because we're blending into it. So you want to blend into the paint, because if we were to paint all the way to this edge, it's not going to look good. So that's the reason for that. So who knows, it might be a 20-minute video. If not, I'll probably make this a 2-part, but I'm going to try to go as fast as I can to make it one video. So let's go ahead and get started, and see you guys in the next scene. in that scene, you can see me getting my paint all mixed up, getting ready to spray. I'm probably gonna put it in different angles so you guys can see basically the whole process of how I'm gonna blend it and everything. So I'll try to do that. Let me catch you off to the next scene. We'll get started. So I need to go put on my suit, and then I need to go put on my mask, just for the fact that I'm kind of dusty on the outside. That suit's gonna help me keep protected. It won't cause a lot of dust going on this panel. I will wipe it down with that tack rag, which is that sticky rag, one more time, and then we'll get spraying. So cut you off to the next scene, and we'll get it going. Just laid my first coat. I'm gonna go over, explain a little bit of the details, and let me turn the camera around and let me explain. So as you can kind of tell, you can kind of see the primer right there. Usually when you use sealer, you can do like 2 coats and you'll be good, but we didn't use sealer just for the fact that we were saving money. A lot of people do this to save money. It's very common actually. Some people might talk shit on me and tell me I'm not doing it right, but whatever. Other than that, I mean, the color looks pretty good. You can see how in the video, I don't know if I got a good angle of it, I basically fanned my color out. So when you're doing basically a blend within the panel, you want to fan out your color to where you don't want your color to go all the way to this, but you still want to go quite a bit of ways away from basically the bodywork or the primer or the sealer. So other than that, my color, I can kind of see my color kind of ends right there. That's basically where I want it. It's actually pretty good. The color actually matches not too bad. In some angles you can kind of see it's a little bit darker than others, but that's where the blending is going to actually help it when we go to clear it. So other than that, we are done with our first coat. We got to wait 15 minutes. And then we're gonna get going with our second coat. And you can kind of see it's kind of like a blotchy. It's for the fact that you don't want to put this down too wet. Put it down too wet, then you can kind of see some of the metallics. It'll actually build up the metallics, and it's not going to make the color look proper, if that makes sense. But other than that, the blend actually turned out really, really nice on this side. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to turn the bed actually around, because the heater is right there. Like I said, it's a little small heater. So I'm going to turn the bed around so that way it kind of gets kind of like a full cure while it's drying. And I'm probably going to lay down at least maybe 3 to 4 coats, will depend. But yeah, so that's basically it. That's the process. So I'll cut you off to the next scene when I go to paint it again, and then we'll go from there. I kind of did a spot spray is what I call it. This was showing a little bit, and that was partially body work. On the other side as well, it was showing just a little bit around this area. So I just did a little spot, let that dry, and then I did my other coat. So we're on the 3rd coat right now, and everything is actually looking pretty great. My blend is still looking pretty awesome. I'm actually pretty happy with that. So let me show you why I covered this one. Pretty sure you guys are asking. The reason why I covered this is because you can kind of see I have some paint on this area. So if I didn't cover it and basically I go to do my blend, this is actually going to have gray on it, which is supposed to be black. And basically I have to go through the whole process, paint this. So basically when I go to paint the black, I'm not going to paint that at all, just because it's already black and there's actually no body work or scratches that I really need to cover. So which is why I'm going to cover that completely. even when I go to do my black, that's probably still going to be covered until we go to clear it. Other than that, everything is looking actually pretty great. You guys can still see some dents. Like I said, this bed isn't going to be perfect. They basically just wanted these rails looking better, because when you first saw it in the video, they were just a mess. They were pretty ugly. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I got my thing taped up, my gas cap. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna put one more coat just to be nice, and then we're gonna go ahead, let this dry. I'll probably give it like a 20-minute dry for the last coat. Make sure it's fully cured. Rip off basically all the top paper, this back paper, and then remask all the gray so then we can paint the black. So yeah, like I said, it's a long process. I'm sorry that the video is going to be so long, but it's worth it, you guys. So final product, it's coming. We are one coat closer. So I'm gonna cut you off to the next video, and let's get painted. Finally, everything's all messed up. Got all my gray. Everything that's exposed right now will get painted black. So we are basically there. We're probably gonna put about 3 or 4 coats again, like I did with the gray. And then after that, we're gonna go straight to clear, and I'll probably put 3 coats of clear on. So that way, if there's anything or they want me to buff it, I have enough clear to sand down and then buff. But other than that, I'm gonna just get you off to the next scene, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. I laid down 3 coats. I still got 1 more coat. I didn't show you the last 2 coats because my phone died, so it's in the car charging as we speak. But I'm gonna head to the store and go get something to snack on really quick, and then I'll probably bring in my phone because it's at 50% right now. So probably take you in to do the last coat of black, and then we'll be ready for clear. So I'll take you through the process of the clear. But yeah, it kind of sucks that I didn't get you guys to do basically all the coats of the black. But you kind of get the concept of basically how you lay out. I didn't really have to do any blend on that one because everything was getting painted basically brand new black. So there wasn't really any point in trying to show you how to blend black because everything was going to get painted anyways. So other than that, I'm going to head to the store. Probably when I put you guys back on, you'll see me putting on basically the last coat of black and then clear. So, and like I said, we're going to do 3 coats of clear, and then after that, just let it sit over for the next 2 days or so. Give it a good nice dry, and then we'll unmask all the paper and see how it turned out after it's done drying. So that's basically it. But like I said, I'm gonna cut you off. Alright guys, got my last coat on. Everything looks good, everything looks perfect. Just letting it dry right now. And then I'm gonna rip off the paper, get going on my clear, and then we should be done with this project, at least half of it. But let me turn you around and show you what we got. It looks awesome. Everything turned out great. No really major defects or anything. There is some deep scratches. You can kind of see it. I think I used too much of a grit, or I forgot to go over it. But the clear will cover that, most of it at least. But other than that, we should be golden to start clearing. So I'll just go ahead and just skip to the next scene, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, quick clip. You see me unmask it. You seen a little piece of it. I'm gonna do a full walk around to show you guys how it looks, if we need to go over anything. I was wiping down. We did have some blowback, and I'll try to find one. Basically like these little areas right here, how the paint seeped through the tape. Also right here, I had a bad one right here, but I went ahead and just cleaned that off. There's a little small one right there too. Usually, if you're not using any basically moldings to cover it, you would want to fix this, which means we would have to redo everything all over again. But we are putting moldings down, and we are putting the orange pinstripe back on as well. So I'm not too concerned about it. But other than that, the truck looks freaking amazing. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So, next step is clear. I'm about to start mixing it, and then we'll get it shot. Like I said, 3 coats, and we'll go from there. Everything looks amazing. No runs, no nothing. Everything's just going nice and smooth. I got one more coat, and then we are completely done for today. And then I will show you the final product. But like I said, everything's just running so smooth. The color turned out amazing. My blends look amazing. It's a perfect day for me. So Next scene will be me putting on the last clear, and then I'll go over basically everything of what we did and what we're gonna do next. So let me swipe you over to the next scene. All right, guys, it's kind of smelly in here. It's a little bit of foggy, but we are done with the bed. You guys saw a sneak peek, but I'll turn the camera around because it just looks awesome. Three coats, finally done. Everything turned out amazing. Got this all coated too. And it just looks sick. So like I said, you guys, I mean, it's still got its defects in the bed, but for what the guys that wanted it done, it turned out super nice. Remember in the very, very beginning, there's a big ass hole in here. Cleaned that up. There was another hole on the other side as well. Cleaned that up. Major dents here. There's still somewhat of a dent right here. You can kind of see it when I put it at a certain angle. But like I said, they didn't want to do it super perfect because the cab itself won't be super perfect. So they said if we can get it somewhat decent, then they'll take it. But just by looking at this, you guys, it actually turned out super amazing. Super happy, super excited. We are officially halfway done with the truck. All I have to do is just clear the cab, and then we will be completely done with this project. And maybe I'll take you for a ride once we get the wiring all done, all the seats in and everything. But other than that, you guys, I'm out. It's been a super long day. Been here since 9 o'clock in the morning. I think it's almost like 3:30, 4 o'clock right now. So I'm gonna let this thing bake for at least 2 days. Get it all unmasked. We'll wipe it. We'll not wipe it down, but we'll go over it one more time just to see if there's anything that I need to fix. And then we'll see if they want to put moldings on right away or they want to wait until it's on the truck. And then we could put moldings on, but we'll see. So thanks again, you guys, for watching. Like and subscribe. Like I said, we still got to paint the cab, and we are one step closer to being done with this project. So the Dirty-80 is almost on the road. I love that name. But thanks again, you guys. See you in the next video.